2:30 public.
2:30 public episode. Anybody gets to
That's
listen.
when I go to the dentist.
We are in the dog days of Tuah summer.
Yes, we are.
Everyone's so dehydrated at this point, they can't even spit. They had to do Tuah on the bridge across the Harlem River to cool it down.
Interesting.
The Tuah girl should go to that wall in Seattle that people stick their gum on and spit gum onto it.
I liked the Tuah girl until she sold out. I thought it meant something to me until she sold out for sponsorship.
I thought it was a funny meme until the girls found out about it.
Yeah,
it used to just be some dudes rock shit. Tuah used to be part of dudes rock summer, and then chicks found out about it, and now it's all fucking gay.
I saw someone the other day that was clearly, it was like the weekend at night, and they clearly had some beers, but the gist of it was basically like, why are we all hating on this Tuah girl? She's just taking advantage of her 50 minutes of fame, and she gave us all a great laugh. Like, it was way too sincere. I was dying. It's like he was watching TikToks of her and fell in love.
Yeah, just being earnest about it. Maybe I've got a shot.
Super earnest. It was funny. I like when people are drunk online in that way.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, without getting too much like,
I love all of you so much.
Yeah. I love it when they get slightly earnest. And
the perfect mode is the fucking the oil rig guys listening to Wiz Khalifa, the Fast and Furious song on the TikTok live. Their shirts off. How could we not talk about family when family's all that we got?
Feeling wistful.
The one guy starts crying, like he's got tears in his eyes by the end.
If I was one of those guys, I would just never listen to that song again. It would be too sad. It's like how I haven't listened to Black Star by David Bowie yet.
Since he died?
Because I feel like it would just be a huge bummer. Like, I would just be
That's
like,
crazy.
I don't want to hear that Wiz Khalifa song, because I know I'm going to fucking cry, dude. I'm going to lose it.
Thinking about Brian, how he died.
I was streaming earlier. Like, in the morning, the first thing I do on my stream is like the street updates. We look at all the new public, like, coverage that was published the night before in whatever country. Just take a look at all the new stuff. And there's some good stuff today. Some upgrades from 2009 and shit. We're talking about, because the Antlers shuffled the song, I can't remember. I don't know if it was
Kettering.
It was either Kettering or Putting the Dog to Sleep. Like, both really bummers of song. I mean, it's in the title.
I saw them live, and the singer spilled beer on himself before the show.
Wow.
Which I think is part of why he was so depressed.
They always.
I think that's why
Yeah.
all his songs are so sad.
I'd be sad. Spilled me beer.
I saw them in San Francisco like a year or two ago, and I took way too many edibles beforehand and was like, edibling out, and it was in like a very weird Lynchian theater. Like, it looked like an old auditorium with like chandeliers and shit, and there's like a white and black checkered carpet on the ground.
Liminal.
Yeah, very liminal. And this guy was like really drunk and kept going, "Woo, yeah, fuck yeah, woo!" Like,
that's a great show to do songs. Freebird.
And he got kicked out for doing that, and then, which is crazy. And then, like, a guy was walking around and just fucking passed out fully and like fell over on the ground. And I was so stoned, I was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck's going on here? This is the creepiest show I've ever fucking been to, man. I'm bugging out." And then the guy got up and was like, "No, I'm okay. Keep playing your song." Because they had to like point him out and like try and get help for the fucking passed out dude.
I got thrown out of the Boy Genius show because I was in the pit. I kept throwing elbows. I broke like 7 different girls' glasses.
You are joking about that, but I did get thrown out of a Faye Webster show.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you talked about that. Because you're too much of a dude, bro.
Yeah, it's too loud at the bar all the way so far away from the stage. Just talking
so awesome.
like a normal volume. It is a great show.
That's why they have a damn PA. So they can be louder than the people in the audience.
You'd think.
Anyway, someone said, I only know about this band because I found them one night when I was Googling saddest songs ever. I'm like, why are you Googling that, man?
Come on, man.
Why you want to be sadder?
Going through it.
Like, I get it.
They probably have dry eyes.
It's like,
That's
when
so
you're,
funny.
It's literally having a pity party for yourself. Everyone's been there at some point. Like, I
don't have any Visine.
But to search it, that is definitely like a band you'll see.
That's a text Rylan would send me at like 6 in the morning my time.
What are the saddest songs ever?
Just listen to all these, bro.
Listen to these.
What's the happiest song ever?
That's the happy song.
Yeah, is it Happy by Pharrell?
No,
Don't
it's
Worry,
the
Be
happy
Happy.
song by Imogen Heap. It's
Well,
It's
Don't Worry, Be Happy. Bobby McFerrin, he actually killed himself. He actually roped right after that came out. And the same thing happened with Pharrell. Pharrell came out with that song Happy and he roped.
No, he hatted. He had too big of a hat and it crushed his skull.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was like the thing that comes down, like the neck piece that comes down off of the cowboy hat, and it just choked him when he was trying to take the hat off.
That was the most depressing thing I saw, because there's been so many of those, like, since October 7th especially, of threads people make, especially like celebrity Twitter, that's like, here are celebrities that are helping Israel. Dude, Pharrell has way too many things. He's done way too many events directly, like, for funding the IDF. It's fucking crazy. Pharrell, why do you care so much about Israel, man?
Because they agree with him about blurred lines. You know?
No, that was
About how
the
it's hard to
fucking-
tell if, like, a prisoner of war is
Pharrell
consenting or
was in that
not.
one,
That's,
too.
you know, the IDF they definitely agree with him about that.
No, Blurred Lines was that white guy.
I thought that's what the upside down red triangle
Robin
was. I
Thicke,
thought
yeah.
that was like,
Yeah.
But Pharrell was on the song too. Yeah.
Oh, Pharrell's in that song?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
him and Robin Thicke, and then Emily Ratajkowski.
Mm.
He was the one who actually got like
Yeah.
really sued because like he produced it and stole all the samples.
Yeah, they stole it from "Gotta Give It Up" by Marvin Gaye, who's also a cancelable guy.
Yeah.
So
for
it's
the
like, you know what,
that's
fuck
the
him.
last name like that.
Yeah, he's gay.
be serious now.
Dude, that is offensive. So what are these, Aaron? What are these?
Oh yeah,
Canada,
I need to
KFC?
tell the listening public that brings me no pleasure to report that KFC has gone woke.
But only in Canada?
So yeah, and it's starting off in the 6 in Toronto. They're making all the KFC locations halal,
Okay.
and then it's going to spread nationwide.
Okay.
Oh,
This
no.
has caused a frenzy in the Canadian conservative commenter
Why is that a
class
problem?
of people. Because, well, as you can see, so there's this guy that's I found this kind of like spearheading it called Mark Slapinski, and he looks a lot like Perez Hilton, like not the girl
Perez.
Perez Hilton, yeah.
See, this is what I always say. People, why do you hate immigrants if you're letting in Polish people? You have all these
Hey,
Polish... Like, it's the
Hey,
horse
we
has
don't know
left
he's
the
Polish.
barn. It's over. It's over.
It looks like a fatter guy's face photoshopped on someone else.
So there's this, he's like started a like change.org petition to not make KFC halal, which is kind of insane because like halal carts are awesome. Like who gives a
Yeah.
fuck?
Who cares?
Yeah, pretending to care about the animals. Like, I don't like the way they cut them. Like, you don't care. You buy factory farm meat all day. You don't give a fuck.
As long as they cut them into some damn tenders, what the fuck do I care?
There's I saw some people saying that they were going to stop eating at KFC and they're only eating at Mary Brown's Chicken, which is like a Canadian fried chicken chain. Pretty good. But like Mary Brown's has always been halal apparently, and this like they've never had an issue with it.
Yeah, why
But
not?
yeah, there's like an AI generated image of an Arabic woman holding like maybe a chicken tender. I mean, it's AI, so it sucks, right? Like her fingers
Yeah.
look fucked up. There's like a floating basket. It almost looks like a basket of chicken or a bucket of chicken, but it's got French fries coming out of it.
It's supposed
it
to be on the
says-
table behind,
But this table's blurry.
but it's like in focus. Yeah.
And he says only 5% of Canadians are Muslim, but nearly 100% of KFC restaurants in Canada will soon be serving halal. This is Trudeau's Canada, where the loud minority dictates the policies.
I think they should also ban beef. We should also ban beef in every restaurant, like McDonald's and stuff, for Hindus.
Probably. Okay. What do I
Because we're
care?
eating too much beef.
And the cows are farting. So what I don't understand is he made this AI image, presumably,
Yeah.
right? And but it looks like such a nice little image. Like it's just a lady
Yeah.
eating a piece of chicken
Yeah.
and a KFC. Isn't it supposed to scare you?
She's like a siren to me. She's trying to seduce me.
Yeah.
It's funny to get mad about it because it's like a perfect example of how everything can just be assimilated into capitalism. Everything can just be secularized and everything. Like, how is this? It's like a Muslim takeover, but they're eating KFC. Like, they're clearly becoming Canadianized or Americanized more than the other way around. Like, they're adjusting to our culture and requiring a couple changes, but mostly they're just becoming Western.
This account is so absurd that there's a part of my brain that thinks like maybe this is a guy doing a parody. Like it's a big gotcha thing. Like I'm pretending to be a conservative dumbass.
Yeah.
Like this other one, I want to tell the Colonel, which is like KFC's customer support, Lately, I've seen some weird-looking people in KFC, including a man with a bomb around his chest yelling Allah Akbar. I will no longer be attending that chicken restaurant until the situation improves. I will boycott KFC. Signed, Canada. And he has like another post where
Wow.
Canada has been infiltrated by Muslims. First, the Trudeau government offered halal mortgages. Now all of KFCs in Canada are going halal. What's next?
Mhm.
Should I sit down with real Alex Jones or at Joe Rogan to discuss the madness? Which that sounds like parody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him on British TV. And he has dick sucking lips. Oh my god. He would be the best cellmate of all
Look
time.
at that guy's header, man.
I know the cop with there's one cop wearing basketball shorts too. There's a cop
He's
wearing
standing
fucking
behind them. He's on the
sagging-
Israel side.
I'm
Yeah.
the second to the left.
Yeah, just hiding behind the cops. That's awesome.
There's a great big pro-Palestine march with like all these Palestinian flags and a big group of people. And then the backs of 5 cops, one of them's in basketball shorts and it says police. And so he's clearly like standing behind the cops being protected as a crank.
What it looks like is he's taking pictures of the cops' asses.
Yeah.
Like 3 of them are
can't we
women.
just swap pants with these guys later.
Oh, it says here he runs copass.com.
Oh shit. Okay.
Never mind.
Audit the police from behind.
I was clicking through his link tree, right? And I was like, is this like a real guy? Like, does he write for a real thing? His About Me on his website says he's launching a podcast in summer 2024, which I find
Ooh,
like a
can't
funny
wait.
thing to put on. Like, making a podcast, you just fucking do it and release
Some
it. It's
outlaw
fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
like it's just
yeah.
you talking. You have to plan it out 6 months in advance.
That's Music Man shit because he's
Joshua
gonna
Jerry, too.
in like
Yeah.
3 months it's gonna be like fall 2024.
Yeah,
Joshua Jerry will have a podcast coming in 2026, but he'll announce it like next week.
yeah. Launching shit that everyone's already done, but in 2030.
But the thing on his link tree that like made me laugh the most is feature in Fox News. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's writing for Fox News. And I click on it, and it's an article from March of last year, 2023. Avril Lavigne cheered for telling off topless protesters. Quote, handled
Oh.
that like a pro. And so I guess at the Junos, which is like the Canadian Grammys, there was a like land back protester that came on the stage topless. And so here it says, Twitter users cheered singer Avril Lavigne for telling a topless protester at the 2023 Juno Awards to get the fuck off the stage Monday. Goes on,
Oh.
she said, get the fuck off, bitch.
Man, the comments on this, I'm scrolling down. The top comment is, judging by the size of the rectangle, which is the blur over the woman's tits, it wasn't much of a protest. And then the first comment
What?
on that is, they would have needed a huge rectangle if she went bottomless. So they're doing like the classic old guy thing of being like, she has small breasts and large thighs. Oh, she has such a big butt. That's so gross.
This
The
guy's
old cooter.
this guy's
Yeah.
feature in this article that he's talking about is a quote that they pulled from Twitter that says, journalist Mark Slapinski reported,
Okay,
Avril
yeah.
Lavigne destroys woke protester by telling her to get the fuck off her stage. And then friend of the show, Raina Doris, or at least the friend of Fortune Kit.
Yeah, she hates all of you guys.
Yeah, but she's friend of Alex at the very least. Like, she has a tweet in there that says the Grammys could never, just quoting it. And then Kathleen Edwards replied, I just became an Avril Lavigne fan. So Raina is just as featured in this Fox News thing that he is in his LinkedIn.
Well, I
As,
didn't know Raina worked for Fox News. We're gonna have to end this friendship.
Former friend of the podcast.
But that's like all those guys that would like. I mean, that's home halfway like coded. Where
Yeah.
you get a tweet featured and you're
I'm in
like, yeah, I was
BuzzFeed.
in. Oh yeah, I was
Dude,
in
Lorne
BuzzFeed,
Michaels
I was
reads
in the newspaper.
BuzzFeed. He could see my tweet.
Gotta clean up the TL.
Lorne Michaels reads some e-cards. Quincy Jones is reading that, dude. He could see me. He could put me on Mad
Did you
TV.
Did you see the reply to that thing about judging by the size of the rectangle, it wasn't much of a protest? So someone called educated plus experienced plus conservative replies. Like Woody Allen said, my wife became liberated. She burned her bra. It was a very small fire.
Ugh. Ugh.
Okay.
Even the replies on that are like, if it was Woody
Yeah.
Allen, it was a small fire because it was a training bra. Woody sleeps
Yeah.
with his daughter. Like, even those people are like, come on, man.
Fuck.
Like, if you can't complain about small tits if you're a pedophile. Like, what?
That's true.
Like, come on,
I
man.
guess.
That's,
You know?
Alex just said something that's like from already laying, burping himself awake during his heroin era. You can't complain about small tits if you're a pedophile. Doesn't make sense.
This is what you signed up for, man.
Collapses again on the desk.
I mean, there's this. So this tweet he made. Should I start it? Where it's quote tweeting another like image he makes of a woman wearing like the full burqa, like eating chicken. Should I start a petition demanding KFC reverse its halal policy in Canada? Hashtag boycott KFC. And it's all guys named like Steve P 219-71213, Rocky the Re 44006. Just being like, yup, I will sign it. All blue checks, of course. Super Roop 812. Yet she again giving special rights and privileges to adherents of a Stone Age belief system. Okay.
Oh, this guy has a social marketing certification from Hootsuite Academy.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh, never
nice.
mind. A lot of people saying KFC needs the Bud Light treatment. Bud Light 2.0.
His timeline rocks. Nobody respects gays, lesbians, Jews, Muslims, and women more than me. But please
okay.
don't force your way of life on others. It's wrong. P.S. Hashtag boycott KFC and support Chick-fil-A.
Damn.
Chick-fil-A's woke too, because the employees are gay.
Are they? Shit. I
Yeah.
know that.
I'm
The
actually
silent
opening,
majority of Canadians will not be eating at Chic Sanders unless they reverse their halal policy. This is Canada, not Iran.
Very cool.
Jesus Christ.
But they're clearly getting like bots to retweet him and reply to him and like probably paying for that shit.
Yeah, people don't
Because-
care that much about this.
Because the one you just read about respecting gays, lesbians, Jews, Muslims, and women, but has one retweet and one reply and 15 faves. And then the other one about how he just hates like Muslims and loves conservatives has 1.5 thousand retweets and 1.9 thousand replies, 4.8 thousand faves. So clearly,
I'm gonna make a
you know.
fake PickRob account and reply to him and say, and their biscuits get stale really, really quick after you buy them.
And people are so stupid. There's a reply to him that says, these people don't come to Canada to assimilate. They're coming here to take over, and we need to stop this. They're eating KFC. They're eating fast
I think that
food.
pretty much tells you. That tells you you won.
They just want to come over here and watch TV and play video games and eat fast food. And they're going to make us all live like they do.
I'm opening a place across the street from the KFC called Haram Brothers, and all of our meat is from.
It's bathed in pork blood.
Yeah,
All the chicken.
we only sell bacon.
We rub pork on all the chicken.
I saw this like in people getting in arguments about the fucking KFC is like, who cares if it's halal? It's fucking chicken. It's not going to affect the goddamn.
It's how the animal gets killed. It's the same thing. It's the same protein.
But
It's the seasoning.
here's where the people, like the real big KFC defenders, were upset. Like there's like, you're really showing your own ass because you can get KFC on, or can't get KFC. You can get bacon on certain sandwiches at KFC. So that's what they're like up in arms about, is you can no longer get bacon on your double down.
I mean, like, you probably could. Their chicken is just probably prepared halal, and then like,
Yeah, they
if
probably
you want
do.
bacon.
They do halal pork. They should just get rid of
Okay, all
bacon
pork.
entirely.
Well, then yeah, who fucking cares? Why does KFC have pork? Why would
People
they have
got
pork
too
anyways?
epic
It doesn't
about
make
bacon,
sense.
and I think they need to ban it. The way they banned
they
Four
can have-
Loko.
Can't they just
Yeah, I
do
agree.
turkey bacon for the double down?
Yeah. Oh, though you try to give that guy turkey bacon.
I think they should double
Yeah.
down on the Muslim thing.
If you try to give one of those American cosplaying Canadians some turkey bacon, they would rope.
Yeah, they're gonna make all the customers wear a burqa inside of each restaurant.
Yeah.
There's no, it's not just halal. It's you have to. You
Even
have
the
to pray.
guys, which is weird.
I hope they don't make Canadians stop drinking.
Oh no,
That would be so
No.
bad.
I would get so sick.
Yeah. They're trying to
Every
make
time I
us,
stop drinking, I
they're
get
trying to
so
make us
sick.
adopt their horrible, disgusting lifestyle where they don't drink and they wash their feet.
Yeah,
It's so fucked. I will never wash my feet.
it's so true.
Once a day?
Sitting there scratching your Duck Dynasty beard. You're not coming over here with your beard and your.
You're not making me drink water instead of beer. I'm going to kill myself the white way. I'm going to get hooked on pills. I'm going to drink until my pee is brown. I'm going to sit in front of the TV until I die, and then I'm going to blame it on my wife.
67, not a bad year to go.
52,
It's a
not too
pretty
bad.
good age.
That's a Seaside Mark. By the way, some new Seaside Mark lore came up today. And
Uh-oh.
it's possibly my
Nice.
favorite.
Yeah, speaking of Muslims,
Seaside Mark, when he lived in Cairo, he got married, and he posted one of his hospital bills from 2005 from when he got back to Nottingham, and his legal name was Omar Muhammad for 2 years because he got
What?
married. He converted to Islam and changed
What?
his name to Omar Muhammad, and he has like the documents to prove it. It's an
Oh my
older video
God.
too that somebody just
That's
like
insane.
archived, but.
he did what Napoleon was too scared to do. Napoleon, when he was in Egypt, he almost converted to Islam.
He really did probably learn a bunch of Arabic at some point, but I'm sure he just doesn't remember it anymore because he's.
Damn, that's so cool.
But one of the funniest things about it is the hospital. The reason he even showed the thing was to show that it was the start of his treatment for the fish odor syndrome, or at least
Mhm.
investigating it. And there was the first doctor that like diagnosed it because none of the other doctors had even heard of it or ever. It's just so funny to imagine big fat white Seaside Mark. My name is, but he pronounced it Homer. Homer Muhammad. Always name Homer Muhammad. Muhammad.
I guess Egypt is actually a really good place to have fish odor syndrome, because if you look at the map, everyone's right on the water. There's no inland. Everyone's just right on the water, so you can say, look, it's the Nile. It's the fish in the Nile.
The very first prognosis paper that he posted that said Omar Muhammad at the top and everything and had his address on there from when he lived in Nottingham said at the bottom a part of his treatment is to avoid eating seafood. Fish
Oh,
and
no.
shellfish and shit. And that's like all
Boo.
he eats. His
Well,
name is Seaside Mark.
Did it say anything about, like,
the
Twix or Reese's?
Drinking.
No, I think it said that him having the
Saddest.
6 eclairs from Tesco for breakfast was okay too.
Yeah. Medically, you need to eat a lot of eclairs.
There's some
Sugar.
random days where he goes live 6:30 a.m. Good morning, dear lads. Time to have Seaside Mark eclair breakfast. All right, man.
That's
He
healthy.
doesn't feel like the bacon buddy. That's so sick though.
You should
Omar
move to
Muhammad.
France.
Homer Muhammad.
Homer
No,
Muhammad.
you should move here and just pretend to be a landscaper. You're going to the gas station and buying like eclairs.
Oh yeah, like the
yeah,
Simpsons
he would do pretty
one.
well here.
yeah, you might as well.
You could work at a school like groundskeeper Willie. This guy stinks.
It's the fish. There's so many fish around here.
Seaside Mark going to Bikini Bottom, and the fish there from SpongeBob that says "This guy stinks" smells him and says "This guy stinks."
You know what I would do if I was him? When I went to work, I would put a raw fish above like a ceiling tile
Mhm.
as one of those pranks every single day. And the second they find it, I put another one in there. So then they always think it's that.
Well, this is what you do every day for lunch is you pack a raw fish.
Oh,
the wife.
yeah.
Then you
My wife
microwave it.
packed me my fish.
You microwave it for 25 minutes and
You
then
go,
walk
oh,
away.
I forgot that was in there. Oh.
And then you forget to take it out.
Yeah.
You pull the entire fish skeleton out of your mouth like Heathcliff.
But if you're always holding the raw fish, then like no one's gonna be like, "Oh, you stink." Be like, "Oh, dude, you're
Just work
you're
on the
fish."
docks.
That would be so cool. That would be so cool if you were at work and you were throwing fish heads in the trash, like cartoon trash.
I'm laughing about Seaside Mark if he did go to Bikini Bottom. He steps into Sandy's like air tank and she dies.
There's this fucking guy I worked with a couple years ago who had it was like a single serving crock pot that he'd bring to work every day and plug it into the work trailer and slow cook something for 6 hours and then come and eat it at his lunch break. And once there was like a fucking full ass fish in there and he was like pulling fish off the bone that he slow cooked in our work trailer.
Jesus.
He gave all of you fish odor syndrome.
You know, he got kicked out of the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
My foreman lost his mind. Like, what the
yeah,
fuck
it
are
would
you
stink
doing?
so bad. It's one thing to like, oh yeah, maybe just like a chili or whatever. Sure, who fucking cares? But no, let me just slow cook a fish.
It was the fucking dog days of summer too, and he was always eating some fucking like stew and like
Hamburger soup.
Yeah, I hate that shit when people get too elaborate and precious with their lunch.
Mhm.
Like they want you to say something. They want you to come up and
Yep.
be like, "Damn, dude, you are so cool. You brought a 4-course meal and then had to cook it here."
Even if I had a good lunch, I wouldn't tell anybody, and I would just say that I'm having this big Texas Danish for my lunch from the vending machine.
When I had a job and one of the managers there, like at this job, they had like just basic shit available, like bananas and fruit, and like no one grabbed those, so they always went bad every week. But then like they had like Pop-Tarts and chips, so people would grab that stuff. And then all these guys would just go out and get like, you know, $12 worth of fast food for lunch and come back. But my manager, like he noticed that I packed a lunch and like I was just sitting there eating it. And then he comes over and like he pulls out this huge bread loaf and like this huge thing of like lunch meat and slaps it on the table, and he's like, oh yeah, we're kind of of the same mind. And I was like, oh yeah, I pack my lunch, it's pretty easy. And then he was like, yeah, like this is what I do to save money is, I just buy a loaf of bread and I bring it into work, and then I buy all the lunch meat and I bring it into work, and then I just leave it here, and then I can just make a sandwich whenever I want. And I was like, that's cool, man.
Okay, well, great. Do that at home and pack it.
Like I know I could. It's like that's.
Why don't you just bring your entire kitchen? I guess. Why don't you just bring all of the food you have, all of your condiments, and then you can all make it in the break room.
He was bragging to me like this life hack. Like I found the lunch hack, dude. If you buy all these ingredients, you can make it at work.
I bring my lunch, but I
technically
bring all of the ingredients and then make it here. So then I'm using part of my break to make the sandwich and not be able to eat it yet.
Like it's
just making a sandwich in front of your coworker like that, then ripping it apart with your hands and offering them half to say, tell me, better than DoorDash or no? Don't even say a restaurant.
Yeah, just better than DoorDash. Homemade DoorDash.
I mean, it is better because a lot of those guys, like, we were only making like $12 an hour, $13 an hour, and they would go to like these like sandwich places and like get a whole combo, and it was like $15. And I was like, well, there goes an hour of your work, man. Like every day, that's all you're going to get that? Okay.
Something funny I was thinking of for shitty presents for somebody is a $10 DoorDash gift card.
$9.
My manager at the furniture store I worked at would give me a Cracker Barrel gift card for $5 for Christmas.
What a fucking waste.
You couldn't even buy the fucking googly eye glasses for $5
It's so annoying. It's like those free wine things that they give you in packages. You get a free bottle of wine if you buy $200 worth of stuff.
It was honestly, I thought it was really nice because, like, one, he was just really grumpy all the time. He was like,
the thought's nice.
One of those, and then also, like, he didn't make a lot of money. Before he'd go home from work, he'd like research which gas station was the cheapest one by 2 cents, so he could save money.
Not the
and
worst.
It's like, all right, well, if he's giving me doing all that, he's pinching pennies,
I know
and then
he's
giving me nice.
I've received presents like that from.
I never used it.
Similar people where you're just like, oh, thanks, but it's like, yeah.
Well, it was like a Christmas gift, you said, right?
Yeah.
Was it just that?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
yeah.
see,
I mean, it's like
you do that,
you're not gonna say anything, but it is kind of like, come on.
Make a little basket or something, right? You put like candy or like.
I would rather just get
whatever,
a card. Honestly,
you make
I
one of
gotten
those.
Yeah. 240s.
Yeah, there you go.
Just give me a greeting card. That's fine. Or like send me an email because I don't want to have to go to Cracker Barrel and then spend $45 on a meal and then get $5 off at a restaurant I wouldn't go to anyway.
Here's the thing. Here's what you do. You go there and you get one soda for $3 and then you tip $2. And you say, hey, look at that. Almost 100%.
I would just go in and tip $5. Can I get a water and you can just have this?
Strawberry lemonade for $4.99 and then tip $1.
Well, you have to give your own dollar.
Tip a penny, I mean.
If the service is good. No
free rides.
Yeah.
Is there anything
at the
for
biggest table?
Putting just $1 on the edge of the table, and then the waitress walks over and you just take the dollar.
I'm gonna copy and paste that old thread about that guy that says he takes dollars off the table.
$4.95, and then you put 5 pennies on the table. For every time they don't come over to your table, you take a penny away.
Oh, you know what would be a good trick? You do the thing with the dollars and you take them off the table, but they're those fake dollars that have the Bible on them. So then you take them away and then you tell the employee at the end, no, you actually don't want these. I'm actually helping you by giving you 0 of these instead of 5.
I hated those things so much I walked to the Christian bookstore that sold them so I could get them and leave them outside the Arbor Drugs by my grandma's house and laugh from afar.
What you do is you leave $1 on the table, but it's a poo dollar, and then you take it away and put it back in your pocket with a bunch of poo wrapped up in it. Yeah.
Where does Chet's work sauce fit in the spectrum of bringing your own loaf of bread and like lunch meat to store at work?
Oh, we don't need to bring that up.
I think that's just.
Well, it doesn't take up as much space as a loaf of bread.
Yeah. Well, it went in the fridge. It went in the fridge, right?
It was fine.
Yeah, what was the work sauce there for?
Sealed. Huh? It was there
fried
for
rice.
Like 2 days. So I brought my fried rice. It was only there for like I was there for like a week, I think, at that point. But it was like in a bottle I bought like with the screw-on sealed cap. It wasn't like going bad. Mm-hmm. It's not like how I usually make the red sauce. Where
to me, it wasn't like I thought it was gonna be going bad or anything. The funny part was just that you fucking drove
Had to go and get it. Yeah.
It was.
You couldn't eat your food
I don't,
without
wanna,
it.
I don't need to defend. I don't need to defend myself anymore.
But then I guess
I've
to your
made my
credit,
point.
no, I'm defending you here. To your credit, Aaron stayed at your place, and what else were you going to put in that fried rice? There's nothing here.
As long as it doesn't stink up the whole workplace, as long as it doesn't take up space that other people need.
Chet lives like a Rust player. He actually had a hidden chest full of food. Aaron didn't know where it was.
Yeah, the stash.
Not good at scavenging.
Chet honeycombed one of his closets, and you couldn't see it unless you.
I have less offense taken to like the bread being there, where it's like goofy, but the fact that he just sat there and was like bragging.
No, it's more normal to have something that just stays in the fridge that kind of goes with your lunch sometimes. That's like it's because like if someone wants to use your sauce too a little bit, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, like you bought like an Italian dressing or something. You make.
I told you guys about the
whatever.
most fucked up thing at my work that happened to me at a work fridge at Lifetime Fitness. It wasn't really fucked up because it was my friend, but I had my energy drink waiting for like halfway through my shift. I was working a double on like a Saturday, and I was all hungover. And I went in at like 11 a.m. to grab that bitch and crack it open, and it was already opened, like, and drank halfway, and he left $1.50 on top of it.
Ah,
That's good.
Oh, no,
well, the
piece of
$1.50
shit.
doesn't have caffeine in it.
That was my manager. He was my buddy. It was just funny, but I was like, come on. It was just more gross because it was just cold and flat.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, worst day ever.
Worst day ever.
That was the same day I met Kendra Lust for the first time.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, she worked out at my. I talked about it before. She worked out at that Lifetime, so I got to know her pretty well. She's a cool lady. Michelle Mayer. Doxed. Everyone knows that, but
John's mom.
she unironically, no joke, dates this big. She dates a guy that looks like a giant penis. He's a big, bald, white, ripped guy who's a Detroit cop, and he has alopecia, so he's completely hairless too.
Oh, sexy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
It's like
No
a giant
pubes
baby.
at all.
yeah, he looks like the actual he looks like Giga Chad baby.
One thing I forgot to mention the other episode, I was thinking about a guy who gets accused or a guy who gets caught being on the sex offender registry and confronted, and then his excuse is, I was walking down the street and some Mexican kids pulled up on their bikes, and they said I didn't have pubes. They said I had no pubes. And I said, yes, I fucking do!
I had to prove him
And
wrong.
it turns out one of them was an undercover cop. He wasn't
Oh,
a kid.
shit,
He
are
was
you
a
serious?
Honduran guy who was 4'8".
No, Sting.
Yeah.
Fuck. We knew a kid who got in trouble working at CVS who didn't card somebody when they're doing a sting for cigarettes. And they arrest you for that here.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this guy.
It was
Yeah.
a fine when I worked in gas stations.
You know, it's the same guy that works for the NSA now, so I don't think it really, don't really think it mattered for his record. But isn't that fucking crazy? And you know what else is crazy? They used a fucking Chaldean 17-year-old. So you have this Iraqi 17-year-old with a full beard. Like,
God damn, that's fucked.
come on.
I always loved carding people when they tried to buy smokes from me when I was working at the gas station, when they like looked young and shit, because I don't know, I just felt like they were trying to trick me, and like I don't appreciate them thinking I'm a sucker.
I always did too. I don't want to get arrested for a job where I'm making $7 an
It
hour.
would have just been like a $10,000 fine for my employers or whatever. So
Here they bring you to jail, and then you gotta get bailed out, and then you gotta go to court for it.
that's wild, man.
Yeah.
Can you
that's
imagine
crazy.
getting arrested from your shitty fucking job that you don't even want to be at like that? Oh my god.
Yeah, you get to go home early. That's kind of
Because they
sick.
did a sting. It's not even a kid that's gonna go smoke those.
Yeah.
So evil.
Yeah.
And-
Target
and
does it
that
the
was
right
in-
way.
That was in fucking a very rich ass neighborhood. That's
Yeah.
it was in Rochester. It was the same neighborhood. They didn't let 7-Elevens get built there until like 2019 because they were too like ghetto for them.
Do you know how you get
They
out
wouldn't
of
let 'em
prison, though?
in the city limits.
You get out of prison by
How?
going to commissary, buying cigarettes, and then selling them, like trading them
youngest-
for ramen or something to the youngest person in the prison.
Oh,
Like a
yeah.
17-year-old who
Okay.
got charged as an adult. And then they have to
Okay.
kick you out of the prison into real
Yeah.
life again.
They have to arrest you into real life.
It's crazy how much Alex I know about prison for two guys that never been close to one.
I was in there, and every time someone would get out, they would go up to the smallest guy and give him a hug.
Yeah, the last day. That's what you gotta do.
Fucking sucks.
When I worked at Target, the one I worked at didn't sell alcohol, but I would go to like different ones, and like they just make you scan the ID. Like you have to swipe it through, like so that you can't even have like
yeah.
a fake or
So-
anything. It's like it's more work, but like it's also like you can't get in trouble because like if it doesn't scan, you can't technically sell them anything.
self-checkout so much better because if they have a fake or like their brother's ID, it'll just scan. You don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, because like so many women, like these moms would come in and like try to buy wine or something, and then like they didn't have their ID, and then it's like a 19-year-old at the cash register, and they're like, "Well, can you just It's fine," and they're just like, "I can't do that. I'm sorry."
I remember that happened to my mom when she was like 40 and she was so livid, but also like complimented.
My dad got carded at a Hooters on vacation one year, like 7 years ago. And he's like, "What? You really carded me?" That was the first time I learned about the place. Like, "Oh, we just have to scan something. Sorry."
Well, they're making sure you're straight.
Everywhere here, cards like heavy.
Yeah, it says
like,
on your ID.
Even like, I mean, I don't look 16, but I get carded everywhere I go, and like they just have to because I think that's pretty serious here too. Like if you get caught not doing it, like you get some heavy shit. But like Ohio, I go back up to Ohio and it's kind of just a free for all. Some places where it just doesn't. They'll never ask me for an ID.
I barely get carded. I mean, that said, I go to the same places though, and they recognize me.
Let's spread this lie to the next generation. It could be like the lie that kids tell in school, like when you're getting ready to get your license or whatever. Mm-hmm. Don't sign up to be an organ donor. They don't let you get any alcohol because it'll ruin your orgons. It'll deny your sale of alcohol no matter what your age is.
Yeah. Also, they might give your organs to a woman.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? My penis.
Robzoid.
I would be so fucking pissed.
Robzoid got a black woman's heart.
Friend of the show, Robzoid. He finally found us.
It only took him, 8 years?
Yeah, like,
and then all you have to do is...
All you have to do is Google Robzoid, and I'm pretty sure... Yeah. Okay, well, one, there's the t-shirt that one of our viewers made of his face giving the thumbs up on Redbubble. Uh-huh. And then, the second result is the unfortunate first encounter of the Robzoid, which is a reel that we posted a year ago. Mm-hmm. And then WFYM, I drew Robzoid on Reddit. Mm-hmm. There's like multiple fan arts of the Robzoid.
Right after he commented on that, he posted a short saying his laptop was like full of spyware or something and he couldn't use it. So he's not going to be uploading videos for a while.
Oh, that's too bad.
He bricked his 10-year-old laptop.
Yeah, his ancient fucking laptop just covered in shit. And it gives me a big smile just thinking about him asking his 77-year-old mom, like, can you get me a new laptop so I can post racist shit? So I can just post racist shit on Facebook and then being like, nope, you don't need a laptop.
I forgot what my transition was with the. Anyways, his fucking post. How very flattering. Somebody actually made a video about me. Oh, I'm honored. Cry laugh emoji. It doesn't even matter that you're making fun of me. That's fine. It's good to have a sense of humor about yourself. Keeps you on your toes. Kudos, guys. Keep up the good work. And I mean that from the bottom of my booty boot shoe. What the fuck's he talking?
Didn't his toes get removed?
Yes. So in 15 years, when he finds out that I have talked about going over to his work, he's going to quickly regret.
Well, he doesn't have a work anymore.
I know, but like that was 4 years ago.
His former work from when he was 45 and he hadn't retired yet.
I remember what I was going to say. I was like looking forward to him making like a response video, but not like really looking forward to it. I was morbidly curious. He's still uploading though.
Oh yeah,
like a day. Like he posted two videos.
He has
yesterday.
His desktop still.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He doesn't just have his laptop, because he always films his ugly ass monitor.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I guess
his monitor looks like a library PC. Which fair. I used to steal from libraries. I'd steal the Dell optical mice.
How many of our freaks have found our videos of us making fun of them and then be like, "Hey, all right, you guys are pretty funny though. I'll give you that."
Vince didn't understand any of it. It was like thanks and cool and whoop whoop and amen.
Every video that gets posted of me being like, "This guy is evil. He's the most fucked up, demented monster in the world." He just goes, "Whoop whoop, thanks for the hits."
Yeah,
like just not understanding anything.
Bottom half shower chef found us.
I guess it's sort of a compliment to us that they can sort of tell that we're funnier than them and smarter than them. And they kind of got to be like, yeah, I don't know. You got to hand it to them. Where if it was someone else, like if it was us on a burner account or something, he would be like, you fucking loser. You stupid piece of shit. You fucking lib. You gay piece of shit.
Tim Fasano famously liked our video on him, the Bigfoot guy that
He
later
roped
passed
after.
away.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, he roped in the woods.
It was so weird because
It's art roast.
Just like in Wizard of Oz in the background.
Yeah, like one of the
he
dwarfs.
had a heart attack, I think. You know
Yeah,
what?
it was.
You know how he deleted the Drain the Snake in a Heartbeat video? I have
Damn.
not the original video, but I have the entire audio from it from when I clipped that audio
okay.
clip.
Oh yeah,
So I'm thinking of like
That's
making
beautiful.
an AI version of the video.
yeah. AI Tim
Bring him,
back from the dead.
but
that was his video.
he-
That was him talking about the grab her by the pussy.
yeah.
tape. He was like, well, every guy says that. That's normal to
Yeah.
say for everybody.
Even a gay guy.
There
was
isn't a
saying,
gay
"Ooh,
guy.
There isn't a guy.
Roll the
Heard
clip.
that a million times. Who? I mean, like, of course, famously Outlaw, but he's one of the dumber ones because he thought he could like stand toe to toe with us.
Yeah,
And-
he thinks
or
he's
get
going to get
sympathy.
discovered by Adult Swim somehow. Like he has this idea
Yeah,
in
I
his
don't know.
head that someone's going to see him. Someone's going to see him eating food in his car and doing a Cartman voice
Mhm.
and put him on TV. And they just
Right,
haven't
he's
seen
right.
him yet. But once Lauren Michaels
One day.
or people at Adult Swim, they're going to see him and they're going to be like, "You are so talented."
Daddy Delicious, he reached out
Daddy
on
Delicious.
Instagram.
He did.
loved
And
us.
I thought it was he earned my respect.
Yeah.
He had like a lot of good explanations for everything he did. He was like, I always get consent from everybody off camera. Like there'll be random people that show up because they're for my friends. I just like enjoy video editing and putting these things together, and I don't really make it for an audience besides like people that already know me and if people find it great. And
Hey,
then
I
he
was
said if
spot on with
wherever
some of those.
he said if we're ever like wherever he is in like Michigan or whatever, you want to go ride
Caseville.
some he's like, if you ever want to ride some ATVs and drink some beers, like you're more than welcome to come over and check out the land. He was cool. I like him.
Let's
do
I'm a
it.
stand
I'm on
now.
my way.
Do you remember the thing he commented on, especially because I said he's just that guy where everyone in the town fucking knows him, whether they like him or not. They're like, here he comes, and he's like, yep, I am that guy. Yes, I am.
But he doesn't even live in Caseville. So I
Dude,
don't
no
really
one really
believe
lives in
that.
Caseville.
I-
Caseville's like
I don't really believe
Caseville's
that.
like a no, dude. It's like a weekend. It's a weekend destination for some of those people. All those people live down here. They work down here. They're all like auto guys.
Yeah,
They
everybody
take their-
doesn't know him up
They
there.
take their. They probably do though, because they're all up there every weekend.
Maybe.
They literally just go up there from like the second the snow's off the ground. Sometimes even before
Well, he's up there
until,
once a
like,
year though.
October. That's true.
I don't think everybody knows him and he got permission from everybody. I think that's him on his back foot being like, "No, I'm actually a really chill guy and I actually don't film my family." Just to remind everybody, he made his 7-year-old do the one chip challenge so he could film it for YouTube. That's the type of guy he is.
That's what I don't like. I don't
That
like
was the
that
kid
he
that died from
involves. I don't like that he involves his kids and shit like that and films them, and then like just doesn't have like sections of
Yeah.
his house completed
Oh,
necessarily.
he fixed.
Right.
That's,
Did he fix
that's
it? Okay.
completed.
Okay, I'm glad. But I guarantee he went up to those people and was like, "Hey, can I film you for my YouTube?" And they're just like, "Oh, okay, sure, whatever." I'm like, do they expect him to stick the camera like through like the truck hole at the like and then like start filming them? No, probably not. But
I'm probably being extra gracious to him too because he's like 10 IQ points smarter than AAP, but isn't that bad of a person compared to him?
oh
Yes,
yeah, I mean,
as far as
in
I know.
comparison,
He doesn't have a puppy mill, as far as I know. Or
he's not like he doesn't get the kids to beat each other, so he doesn't get in trouble.
That's so fucking cool.
Ugh.
There's got to be some like word in the monarchy for doing that. I just don't know it.
And he fixed his house, so that's one less problem I have with him.
Oh, the AP.
No, I've got zero problems with him on a public
He
episode.
needs to fix his dogs.
That's right.
Did you guys hear about them killing all the cartoons?
No,
They shut
no,
down Cartoon
what?
Network and they old yellered all the cartoons. They killed them.
no. Did they
That was-
actually shut it down?
Yeah,
They shut down because it got sold off. and
it's
now
still on the
yeah.
air, but I guess it's like spiritually over.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
think they shut down their physical building because it's just like on streaming now, and they're gonna play shit like in blocks, but a lot like most TV is now.
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculousnessified.
Yeah. But reading the tweets, I've been annoyed at Cartoon Network. Like, I miss my stuff type guys for
Mhm.
even longer than we've had the pod or anything, because it started really early on with, I can't believe they fucking took Toonami off the air, and that started like 2 years after they did that, and it continued
Mhm.
for like until they brought it back. And guess what? None of those guys even watched it because guess what? They're adults now.
Yeah, they just want something to complain about because they realize that it's like a dog chasing a car. And then once you get the car, like we talked about last episode with the Mario Kart shit, when you actually sit down and it's just you and you're sober and you're playing that shit, you're like, this isn't really that fun. I don't really like this shit anymore now that I'm 37.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of those shows mean a lot to a lot of people, and I'm not saying whether that's good or bad, but there's a lot of people who certainly identify with a lot of like some of those.
Remember that video during that shooting where that guy's going, "Hey, all these people just found out Ed and Eddie got canceled. That show's been off for years." That was such a great video. I found that the other day just to watch it. It was great.
But like, classic. There's a lot of people, especially on Twitter, who stay inside all the time and just consume, maybe it's age appropriate at one point, but it's probably not so age appropriate now to be watching like cartoons meant for like 15-year-olds.
Well, I medically have to do all the same stuff that I did when I was 13 for my mental health.
Speaking of that, Mr. King Vlogs the other day, King Vlogs quote tweeting or on sharing the status, I guess, because I think it was Facebook, him saying, quote tweeting, the noggin shuts down today. All of like the baby shows. And he put like, ain't no fucking way. Like, dog, you're not sitting around watching Maggie and the Ferocious Beast at 26, I hope.
I think it was like Nick Jr., sort of.
Yeah, a lot of the some Nick Jr. shows he moved over there. I think the noggin was Canadian. So it was like the kids' version of that. I thought it was the kids' version of the N. It turned into the N. That was the teen version of it. I know, that's what it's called.
Chill, dude. We call him DEI.
It was Drake's channel.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Fuck. That's so awesome, though.
He's the best.
Yeah, it's cool to do that. To be like, no matter how many times you remember Nickelodeon, every time you remember it, you're like, yo,
so
remember
many good
that?
memories,
And then you think about it for like 30 seconds. You think about it for 30 seconds, and then you move on. And then the next day, you're like, whoa, fucking good burger. Whoa.
I think I've watched the clip of him playing basketball probably like 30 times today.
Describe it for the listener.
He had all these clips. I put him into
too.
a compilation, and I'm going to play it on Sunday.
I'm so excited.
He had all these clips
excited.
on his old Twitch channel. The VODs are gone. And there's one of him playing basketball against these guys who are like 2 feet taller than him. I don't know how.
Well, they're like, they look like athletes, right? They look like they're in shape, and he's the one who's shirtless in the shirts versus skins. And he just sort of looks like Vlogs. And the guy drives, misses the shot, gets the layup, and makes it. And like Vlogs is already heaving. And then
he's getting underfoot like a cat.
The cameraman just goes 5-1, and then the guy drives again, and Vlogs just like turns his back to him and just sticks his arm up on him. And just like, it's the laziest move I've ever seen in my life. And the guy just drives into the hole, gets a layup, and the cameraman starts shouting, clip it, clip it. I cannot get past it when he's just clearly exhausted, and the guy says 5-1. And so it's only 6 points. And what? I guess they probably stop at 11, but should go to 21.
When you shared that clip, I didn't recognize it as Vlogs. I thought it was a clip of Rainbow, like the guy that was doing like the good basketball, and it was just him stunting on some like little fucked up kid in a like public gym somewhere.
Rainbow versus children. Yeah, it's almost like doing an archaeological dig looking through those old clips, because all the top clips are like him throwing up during Fall Guys, or him yelling at his girlfriend, or like there's one where he throws up, and then he gets back up and he's like, yo, chat, I just threw up. Poggers.
God, nasty. It's so gross too. If you max that volume, he leans over the side of his chair to the right, and it sounds like dumping a can of pears on like cement. So
I guarantee the people who clipped those were just guys he went to high school with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
Were just like they were just like drunk at home and like or like hanging out on like a Tuesday. And then they're like, "Oh, dude,
yeah,
Sam's streaming.
Let's go watch the stream that makes him better than us, according to him."
Yeah, you're a little shit when you can't get any viewers that you can see, and there's no one in your chat. But all of your most embarrassing moments were clipped when you average 0.3 viewers.
Everybody hates your ass.
It's weird how that
So
happens.
awesome.
It's probably everyone else.
Yeah, probably.
That he's been on 20 different accounts with all these different people who don't know each other, and they're all just like, this guy's such a fucking prick.
It was also pissing me off when in that video when he like can't even play defense. He also thinks he's going to play linebacker, running back for a D1 football team.
Oh my god, he can't even run in a straight line.
He jumps like 1 inch in the air. He has a 1 inch vertical.
He moves like the Minecraft character. His legs, the way they turn, run really fast in place. He's such a.
He looks like he has to like, turn his body. He can't turn his neck.
Google Sid from Hey Arnold. That's who. That's him. That's his leg. That's him in jeans. He looks just like Sid from Hey Arnold.
Who's alive, by the way, because that was a Nickelodeon property.
Okay.
If it had been Cartoon Network, they would have taken him out back, put a captive bolt pistol in his mouth, and just fucking sent him to Valhalla.
A lot of people wanted Hey Arnold's room when they were younger, but I didn't. That shit would have been so.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm already on the top floor, and it's so hot. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst.
I never fucked with Hey Arnold.
That's what's so annoying. You fucking turn your air off and open the window once it gets into like the 70s, but then like an hour later it's 84 again in your apartment because you're on the second floor. You're like, oh,
yeah, that's just my life right now. Just dealing with that. Yeah. It's like you've got the sun beating down on the roof all day, and that just leaches out all through the night. So you're dealing with that even if it's colder outside.
I wish we had global cooling.
Yeah, we should get a big ice cube.
My last apartment had like a whole wall basically of like windows. And that's where the sun just faced like west, and so afternoon it was just beating the sun into our apartment. It was so hot.
There's foil stuff you can get, like reflective, sticky stuff that you can put on the windows, but even then it's still
because then so you close your blinds or whatever, but then there's no like lights. There's no ceiling fan and there's no like ceiling lights other than like the kitchen and then like
you gotta put
the bathrooms.
You gotta put the foil on the outside. I had it on my floors. I was absorbing it all. It was cooking.
You gotta get LED strips, dude.
Oh yeah, that's actually true.
And a gaming chair with lights on it.
I made the most annoying tweet that I've made pretty much since I've had a Twitter during bad heat waves. My AC is so cold. It's too cold.
Being like one of those people in the office. You don't hear too many of those people this year. The people that are like, I have that disease where I can't stand up or I fall over, and I really don't want to put on a sweater. So could we make it 75 in here? You don't hear too much of that.
Yeah, keep the office too cold for people to breastfeed.
Because you would probably get strangled.
I watched so many of those The Onion Today Nows, and there's the one about the lady, the breastfeeding activist, but the way she talks. Women should be allowed to show their engorged tits in public.
Yeah, big veiny knockers.
Yeah, she's just talking like really gross, like about the whole time while she's got this baby just hanging off her.
Ugh.
That shit was the fucking former pedophile gives tips on how to make your kids less attractive.
So
the Onion
like Patrick
classics.
Dorian with his filter on.
Or how to wax your floor without falling and severing your third vertebrae. Or something like that.
The guy in the wheelchair teaching it. Jesus Christ.
Look those up, chat.
The best one is the autistic reporter going to meet the Taliban.
Oh,
yeah. You are sad about 4 men dying, but not 28 men dying who were in the Taliban. Why?
Just being more moral than anyone else.
When he talks to the Taliban is like, he's like, so you're happy about the 4 American soldiers dying, but he can speak Arabic, of course. And he's like, but you're sad about the 22 of your own men, and he's like, no, it's joyous for us. You're a martyr. Blah blah blah.
They like it.
So then he's like, finally, someone makes sense of it. And then he gives instructions on how to join the Taliban at the end.
Yeah, it must be so fun.
That was such crazy shit for them to make in 2008 and 9.
Yeah.
Because we were still, I mean...
you were on the tail end of it where like people are like finally coming around.
Yeah, but we still had like Avenged Sevenfold was going over there to play for the troops type shit.
I mean, we'll always be like that. We're like that now. It's just the troops are the IDF. Pharrell's over there.
There's really no one to attribute it to anymore because the people fighting in Ukraine, they're gay. They're fighting for globo homo. And we're not really in Iraq or Afghanistan, and they kind of want to invade Mexico. That would be a patriotic war. If they invaded Mexico, then it would be like, oh, our troops are awesome. But the troops that are fighting right now, they think they're gay and they're woke and they're DEI. So
I streamed on the 4th and was watching USO tours just as like a tribute to our country of all the weird performances that have been there. Like the one where they didn't have any instruments, but Kid Rock was over there, and I forget who else. And then John Stamos was there. They didn't bring their instruments, but they had instruments there, so they ended up playing a show, and it was Kid Rock on guitar and vocals, and John Stamos was playing
What
drums.
the fuck?
It was
they play
very
Beach Boys?
strange. No, they were playing like I can't even think now.
They should have done
Like
Kokomo.
Born in the USA type shit.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
patriotic song. There was a video.
And,
There was a video that was making me laugh so hard. It was a Patreon video that Outlaw did, where it's him and Brian sitting on the couch talking about God knows what. It's like 20 minutes long, and they're like, they ask each other a question and then clearly stop listening, just like looking out the window while they're waiting for him to finish talking. And in the background, they keep playing "Born in the USA," and
What
then
the fuck?
what's the other song? It was another song. I forget what it was, but it kept going back and forth between that and "Born in the USA," and it was the whole video. And like the fifth time it came in, like I forgot it was even on, and I realized it was on. It's like boo boo doo 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 doo. And I was just laughing so hard, especially since it's like the dumbest song you could pull up. This song about like a Vietnam veteran whose brother died. And it's like sarcastic, and to be like it's such a hack thing to even say that it's not really a patriotic song.
Yeah,
Like
it's
even
like
saying that
Die
is
Hard
hack.
Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's like that. But to actually be that guy and unironically be like, yeah, man, Born in the USA, that's the best song for 4th of July.
Adding it to your 4th
I mean,
of July playlist, and it's one of two songs.
That's the only time you
that's
ever
Donald
listen to it.
Donald Trump loves that fucking song.
He does love that song.
Look at the
He does
other
his
song of
He does
it.
the jack off dance.
Yeah,
to that.
Obama can't sing that.
Doing the jack off, the Trump jack off dance to "Born in the USA."
Yeah,
The double dicker.
jerking off Don Jr. and Eric.
Man,
No, he hates them.
I used to work with a guy that had this shirt that was like clearly from his college years or something, but it was Central Michigan ski team, and it just had like this bimbo slut drawing of her just jacking off these two massive cocks, and it's like, oh, I get it. I get it. You couldn't just do like an NBA type logo of it. It's just like graphic fucking like Big Johnson t-shirt type drawing of this girl jacking two giant cocks off. Like, that's cool, man.
Boomers have the
He
weirdest
wore
shit
that
like
to like
that.
the car wash, and he'd just be washing people's cars with that shirt on.
Like
trying to get
boomers think
tips and
that's
shit.
funny. They'll think there's a subreddit called Boomer Hentai, and it's all drawings like that and merch like that, where it's supposed to be like a funny cartoon, but it's just people having sex, or like a guy pulling off a woman's clothes or something.
Oh, yeah, that's a good. That is actually
It's like,
a really
is
good
this
concept
funny?
for a dude. That is boomer humor. The dog pulling down the little kid's pants on the suntan lotion.
copper
Whatever.
towel.
Now that's funny.
Shit.
I don't even
Caution.
use it. I just like the cartoon.
I think you should be arrested as a pedophile if you buy that.
Yeah, whoever designed that, I hope they're dead and in hell, because they shouldn't be doing that.
It's like saying tee hee when your fucking pants fall. You sneeze.
A dog pulled him
I
down.
love it.
A dog went copper tone on me.
I'm about to go copper tone on these shorts once I get home. What? Just gonna hang them halfway off my ass.
I'm gonna call my
Tear it
dog.
out.
Instead of calling your dog to bring you your slippers or the paper, you're just calling your dog to pull your pants down. Can you come right onto the seat
Gotta
of
go
my
to the
pants and
bathroom.
just yank them down?
I'm a rapper named Young Coppertone. I always got my one ass cheek out.
Oh, nice.
Fucking stupid. Fuck you.
It is Coppertone that has that logo, right? We're not just
Yeah.
I
talking
think
shit.
so. I think
Yeah,
it's
one of the
kinda-
sunscreens.
They should pay us for that one.
Hold on, let me Google.
Either way, it's like when people say like the Energizer Bunny or the Duracell Bunny. It's like, well, they don't use it anymore, and it doesn't really matter. It's kind of the same thing.
Let me Google naked
Nude,
child.
yeah, nude child butt
Yeah.
sunscreen.
Just Google
Dog
this
molesting
way.
child sunscreen. Pedophile sunscreen. Fuck, I can't find it.
Pedophile lotion.
Pedophile
Wait,
lotion.
can't find this shit.
Lotion for pedophiles.
What the fuck? Oh man, I remember it existing, but it's not here.
What the hell?
Mandela?
What the hell?
What the Mandela effect's acting up.
That just made me think of the classic, the r/NBA memes. Child porn 3 bowing to the ball god. Fuck. Those types of memes are like, NBA Twitter really is the worst, man.
Yeah, they're so annoying.
The NBA Twitter though is like actually funny I've learned after being really into the Euros the past few weeks. Football Twitter, soccer Twitter is like life ruining evil.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very toxic from what I've seen.
Dude, they just made up that fucking Tony Kroos from Germany. He just played his last game or whatever. He's like a hero there, played forever. Kind of a controversial character in himself. But they made this fake quote, or they took one of his quotes and then add a bunch of shit to it out of context from this podcast, just saying like, yeah, even though I'm from Germany, I live in Spain and I'll always live here now and I'll raise my family here. I couldn't imagine letting my daughter go out with all these migrants at night in a German city. And like he didn't he's still kind of a piece of shit, but they made him basically a bunch of people have to like come out and be like, that's not what happened. All from like that's what blue check marks do now, man.
Yeah. They just make up lies. And then blue check marks like them just believe it and retweet it and share it.
You got stan accounts now running like pop culture waves and shit that happens and lies and shit with the Pop Tings account.
Yeah, people don't check anything. Yep,
this is real.
Even people who think they're smart and they can see through stuff, they'll just see an account with clearly an I instead of an L or something. It's a fake news website and they have the blue check and they'll just retweet it. Because who cares?
Yeah, well, it's the same reason as like people giving money to like fake Rebas and fake Jennifer Anistons, or like on Facebook when it's just a clearly AI image of like a soldier with his legs chopped off holding a sign that says, "No one wish me happy birthday."
Fake Jennifer Aniston's such a bitch.
Yeah.
It's
I
weird that she's the person.
$20,000.
Her attitude's so weird.
Someone's getting ready.
It's just weird.
You got the little rust in your corner too.
I'm letting it load. We're now.
Check out popping up on your Discord.
Check out Rust. Check out.
He's got it on his Discord.
Oh no! What was I going to say?
What are these stupid features on the Discord?
It's like something we would download on Chet's computer to keep track of.
What was I just saying? What were we just talking about?
The people getting tricked all the time. Which I wanted to say, I sincerely hope that grifter from before is not ironic, and then we're the stupid ones in that context.
Oh well,
it's interesting that it is Jennifer Aniston. Like, what is it about her? Did they all just watch Friends? Because she wasn't that big of an actress.
Yeah. She was, because in Friends, like they did those scenes where she like wasn't wearing a bra and like her nipples were out, so people.
Yeah, she invented that.
Also, there have been like, it's almost like a meme now where I'll be watching some random. It was happening when I was looking up videos on just searching like IMG and the random 4 numbers and finding the YouTubes. One of them was some Russian people. Oh no, I think it was on one of the Ellie from Russia videos. There was these Russian people in the middle of nowhere and they're watching Friends. It was dubbed in Russian. Then there's another one in like the base camp of Mount Everest. They're watching Friends that was dubbed.
Damn.
So it's just really international too.
I feel like there's a point around like 2004 or something where like your de facto hot chick would be like, "Oh yeah, one night alone with Jennifer Aniston."
That's so weird.
Yeah, when
though.
she was in that movie with was it Vince Vaughn? I forget what it was called.
Yeah,
I remember seeing a lot of commercials where she's got like a towel on.
It's like the breakup or something.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's called the bitch down.
The bitch down.
Yeah, he was like a tour boat guide or some shit like that. It was his job, and he lived in that fucking nice ass apartment. He ran a tour guide company.
Company. Good for him.
He was already such a slob by then. It was crazy how they tried to make him like the hot romance, like rom-com guy for so long.
I respect him for being such a slob all the time and like having his like both feet in and like just can't. He was like, no, I don't care. Like I'm going to be a slob all the time.
For him.
Yeah,
it would have been way more annoying if he tried to get like ripped or something. That's for sure.
Yeah, that would suck if he did like.
Well, maybe he will one day.
The guy who was in the Marvel movies and he got on steroids and then complained about it.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. Indian Chris Pratt.
Kumail Nanjiani or whatever.
Chris Uttar Pradesh.
The Eternals.
That's right.
Kumail Nanjiani. I think
that's the guy.
Yeah, I was just trying to wait for you. We're have to go back and see the name that Aaron made up racistly for him.
No, I was close. I could see it in my head.
Aaron went to school with Lamangelo and Arangelo.
Chris,
all right, everybody. Check out kick.com.
No, I didn't. Fuck you.
Check out TikTok. Check out Rizzle. And check out our Patreon for the next episode.
Check out our Rizzle.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.